So this is a video explaining what I found behind the number 36. And it's interesting. I was reading the Testament of Solomon, and they almost immediately refer to 36 demons that he was able to command, and my brain went to 36. Is that related to the 36 chambers somehow that the Wu-Tang talked about? And then that took me to the 36 chambers in the Shaolin Temple, and from there I went to the 36 declins and the 36 decans. And anyways, in different cultures, different languages, different beliefs, and I ended up amassing quite a few pages of notes here. I'm just going to kind of go through them and talk about them and see what you guys think. So I ended up with 36 ended up being a cosmic control number eventually, and the idea is that the number 36 was used as a universal operating system across all bases, I guess, across all civilizations, across all understandings, religions, spiritual, whatever. They use this number to do things. So I started by asking or Googling if the 36 demons of Solomon talks about in the Testament have any relation to the 36 chambers in Eastern understandings. And the answer was a resounding yes. This is what I found. Across Egypt, Mesopotamia, Persia, India, Geneva, and later Jewish mysticism, 36 is the number of deacons, the dividers of time, body, fate, and consciousness. They are 36 divisions of sky, 36 time rulers, 36 fate governors, 36 bodily gatekeepers, and 36 psychic influence zones. When Solomon named the 36 demons, he's not inventing a demonic list. He is mapping the same 36 decanic governors, just in Hebrew demonological language. Egypt had 36 deacons or decans, I'm not sure. It's spelled like we would say deacons. In ancient Egypt, the sky was divided into 36 deacons, each ruled 10 degrees of the zodiac to equal 360 degrees. Each governed a body region, a disease pattern, a personality imprint, a spiritual influence, and a destiny current. They were literally called time lords and fate gods. So the coffin text in the book of Nut explicitly say these 36 rule the flesh, the breath, the shadow, and the spirit of man. This is the first direct link. India and Persia, 36 vital channels or guardians. In Vedic and Persian systems, there are 36 devas or guardians, 36 energy channels, and 36 astral governors. Again, I saw the same structure. They controlled organs, mental states, karmic patterning, and fate conditions. And in Greece, they had 36 decanic or daimons or demons. It appears that the Greeks kept the system, but they renamed them. Daimons, Daimons, not evil. They're intermediary spirit forces. Each one ruled a body part and ruled mental function, also ruled a destiny pattern, and also ruled a disease class. And the Solomon Testament, the same 36 is recast. When the Hebrew mystical world inherited this system, the same decanic rulers were interpreted through the moral monotheistic filter. They became demons, affiliates, or temptation forces, disease spirits, or astral intelligence. Solomonic demons govern bodily region, specific illness, emotional states, behavioral patterns, and they were bound by divine names. This is exactly what deacons or decans were already doing, only not formed as demons. So this number 36 keeps popping up all over the place. The 36 chambers connection is the next one. 36 chambers is a crucial Egyptian and Eastern temple cosmology. In this cosmology, the soul passes through 36 chambers. The heart also has 36 judgment stations. Astral body has 36 gates. Taoist alchemy has 36 inner palaces. And later, Jewish mysticism has 36 tzaddikim, or inner light chambers. It's the same map, different symbols, overlay. Oh, God damn it. It's the same map, different symbolic overlay. They are internal architecture of consciousness divided by cosmic law. What does all this mean? These systems are not separate religion. They are fragments of the same astral spiritual control map of human beings. Solomon didn't discover demons. He inherited and morally recoded the 36 decanic governors of consciousness, biology, fate, and time. So 36 demons, 36 deacons, 36 chambers, 36 inner gates, 36 fate governors, the same ancient operating system translated across civilizations. This was like a universal OS across all cultures. So the core idea is that across many cultures, people were independently inventing very similar ways to divide up reality, the human body, time, and fate, or the eternal equation, into structured sets of governing zones. One of the most widely reused numbers for doing this was 36. Not because 36 is a magic master key, but because it's mathematically, astronomically, and cognitively useful. So what you're really seeing is 36 as a cross-cultural human interface design standard. Why it kept appearing? Because 36 is divisible by 10. Is it also divisible by 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, and 12? It's easy to map onto the sky, seasons, bodies, regions, and time cycles. It's large enough to be detailed, small enough to be usable. It's naturally become a design sweet spot. It's become a design sweet spot for building maps of reality. Different cultures have used it independently to make sense of the sky, the year, health, and disease, personality patterns, fates, time cycles, and spiritual development patterns. Not because they shared an ancient doctrine, but because humans everywhere were solving the same problem, 100 monkeys, if you will. How do we structure very complex world into something that the human mind can navigate? 36 is an ancient operating layer. Think of it like this. Before computers, every culture needed a way to divide time, to categorize people, explain health and illness, explain destiny and psychology, health and personal transformation. So they built symbolic operating systems, not software, but mental software. The 36-fold models were like ancient user interfaces for reality. They didn't run the universe. They helped humans run themselves inside the universe. Just like Android doesn't control physics, it controls how you interact with your phone. Modern OS, the kernel OS, core rules, ancient 36 systems, they had the sky time cycles. System services would be the modern OS. Their system services would have been health and fate categories. Apps, what they would have in place of apps would be rituals, medicine, astrology, and ethics. Their user interface would have been myth, symbols, chambers, gods, and spirits. And for updates would have been new religious and philosophical overlays, so new things that they would have learned based on experience and interaction with the world around them. They look different, but under the hood, they're solving the same human system problems. 36 is one of the most stable architectures for doing this. 36 isn't running reality. It's a design language humans kept rediscovering for organizing time, mind, body, destiny, and growth. It's one of humanity's most stable, symbolic operating system frameworks, which may be cooler than a hidden cosmic code. An afterthought. Wu-Tang didn't invent some cosmic code for their Enter the 36 Chambers album. They tapped into something deeper and simpler. The ancient idea that a human can be rebuilt by moving through internal chambers of discipline, knowledge, and transformation. Hip-hop became the same modern delivery platform for the same internal OS upgrade model. Across all cultures, all eras, all philosophies, humans kept developing the same internal interface for reality, dividing time, mind, body, fate, discipline, and transformation into structured chambers that let a fragile, biological, creative, nougat and impossibly navigate and impossibly, holy shit. Dividing time, mind, body, and fate, discipline, and transformation into a structured chambers that let a fragile biological creature navigate an impossibly complex universe. Jesus, I could write that, but it was hard to say. The Egyptians called them deacons. India called them nadis. China, inner palaces. Greece, the diamonds. Shaolin, chambers. Wu-Tang turned them into bars. Beats and initiation manuals, different skins, same operating system. Not a cosmic control pond, but humanity's most stable user interface for consciousness itself. And when you're all zoomed out, you realize all of these ancient operating system builds are really just different versions of the same software. So, do with that information what you will. That was a fun write. There was a lot of fun studying. I got to see a lot of cool pictures. Check into this. Leave some shit in the comments. Let me know what you think about 36. How does it play into the 369 structure? What did you do when you were 36? Any other correlations to 36 that I forgot? I did have a friend bring up the 36 spots on a roulette table. I haven't quite looked into that. I think some of this stuff might reach out into conspiracy land. But generally speaking, I thought it was a pretty cool concept and a very interesting idea. It does seem to hold some water. Let's figure it out.